Welcome back to Ratchet and Clank. And now it's time for the second bad planet of this game. Orkson as Ratchet.
Do you think they'd have Jackass in the Ratchet and Clank universe?
What?
Do you think they'd have Jackass in the Ratchet and Clank
Yes.
universe?
Yes. Knowing Insomniac, yes, I straight do.
So then who's Johnny Knoxville?
They probably have an alien name kind of similar to that. Like, I mean, hell,
Yeah, no.
one of the villains in Up Your Arsenal is named Courtney Gears.
Right.
And you can very easily guess who she's an amalgamation of.
Yeah, Madonna, obviously.
Actually, Courtney Love, at least that's where I like to think the name came from. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, those types of singers. Those types.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that they waste that for basically just a really bad villain. But we'll save that for when we actually start doing 3.
I mean, okay, to be honest though, I do find it kind of weird, like... Why Britney Spears? I get that she was popular, but... Was she really the most popular one at the time?
Yeah, she was.
Alright.
I also did that to show off that those birds can't be fucking sucked up. Those blue...
I mean... Go on.
Those blue enemies will wake up the sleeping crab enemies. So you want to kill them very quickly if you want to take the crabs out, basically just without a whole lot of trouble.
Has it ever occurred to you that you're disrupting a delicate ecosystem?
Edgy, we're on a planet that basically the inhabitants polluted to shit.
Yes, but you're the one disrupting their ecosystem by killing the wildlife and whatnot.
They deserve it.
What?
These animals deserve it. Because fuck the
How could
blard.
you say that, you inconsiderate sack of shit?
That's a real beauty.
And now I bought the rocket launcher.
That's a real
Now I
beauty.
bought the rocket launcher.
Lovely.
That's a real beauty.
Also, kind of... Please tell me that in future entries there's a refill all ammo button.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. That's good.
Like, God, yes, they actively get that smart and realize, oh yeah, this was stupid.
So when did they realize that? On the PS3?
No, going Commando.
Going Commander. So the second game does have a lot of notable improvements.
Especially Strafe. Because we do have a Strafe in this game now that we have the rocket pack. And I don't remember when I show it, but it sucks. No, when you see it, you'll agree. Yeah, no, this is a bad Strafe. Again, I don't remember when I use it.
I'm pretty sure it's more something I would notice if I actually played the game myself.
Yeah, you straight would.
Which I still haven't done because, hey, turns out that not having a used electronics store around me is not beneficial for me
being able to play older
knowing
games.
my games.
Yeah. Which is why we need to basically preserve our older games. This is me showing off the fact that you can't jump in with the magnet boots. You are literally stuck to the walkway. One thing I will admit though, you see me leaning down. I actually like that touch.
Yeah.
Because just because we're basically being held up by magnets does not mean our gravity is.
Yeah, no, that is something I want to ask about, but now that you pointed out, I do see it.
Yeah, it's a really nice touch. I don't think the gravity boots do that. I don't remember at the top of my head. Gravity boots are what replaced the magnet boots starting and going commando. And yes, the only weapon you have is the wrench. I don't understand that either. But that's probably also a technical limitation.
It's probably because the what you call it, the electrical radiation of your like weapons causes a disruption, which makes the magnets disable itself and making you fall to your doom.
Then explain the gloves.
Magic.
And yes, that was a skill point that for this planet basically taunt those enemies into running into an electric fence. And yes, those electric fences do hurt you too.
Do they insta-kill you?
No.
Well, that makes them better than the ones from Dishonored.
And the ones from Crash Bandicoot.
Well, no, because in Crash Bandicoot they don't insta-kill you. In
And
Dishonored they do. So.
If you don't have any Aku masks, they do.
Yeah. But sometimes you do have an Aku mask. There's no Aku mask in Dishonored. I mean, you do have an ability that slows down time, which allows you to run through it. You have an ability to take over a guard, which allows you to get past it. And most of the times, there's an alternate route available.
Whenever I'm reminded
time,
that Dishonored allows you to possess people, I think of the VG Cats comic. Where they basically just compare Dishonored and Assassin's Creed.
Well, I mean, I do feel like they have a lot of similarities. I feel like the parkour in Dishonored is a lot more involved in Assassin's Creed, because all Assassin's Creed is like you hold a couple of buttons and you run up to a wall, and you know, Dishonored is more of a platformer, I would say, which is weird. It's like a mature platformer with superpowers and shit. You should probably play Dishonored too.
Also, you're bad.
Or well, I played it. Yeah. No, I do need to play the first one.
Actually, I do too. I have them on via Game Pass.
Yeah.
I've tried. I have no idea how that one actively missed.
But yeah, Dishonored 2 was one of those games that I did pre-order it, but I didn't know what to expect of it. But it ended up being like one of my all-time favorites. Not like top 10 all-time favorites, but pretty close to it. Like it's one of the only games where I would say it was actually worth its $60 price tag I paid for it. Well, not dollar, but euro, but what's the difference nowadays anyway?
Bro.
Like I put a lot of hours into it, and the best thing about it is I didn't even buy it because I was that interested in the game. It was the first game that I wanted to try, and if I'm not mistaken, if you pre-order Dishonored 2, you actually got like Dishonored Game of the Year edition as
nice.
It's an incentive.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's one attention to it's one thing I do like when companies do it, when they're like, hey, if you buy our new shit, we'll give you access to some of our old shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which Ubisoft was also kind of doing at the time. Like if you got the season pass for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you got the remaster for 3. If you got the season pass for Far Cry 5, you got Far Cry 3 Deluxe Edition on Steam. And on PS4 and Xbox One, they actually remade or remastered Far Cry 3, and that you got with the with Far Cry 5 Season Pass. Part of me kind of wonders if it had to be Season Pass, but at the same time, like a whole ass game, it adds value. It adds a lot of value to the Season Pass.
That's why we've created this. The Planet Buster Maximus, a device capable of blowing an entire planet into subatomic particles. We're quite proud of it. Here's how it works. We attach the Planet Buster to this ship, fly it into orbit around the planet, and let it go. Kaboom!
They're going to accidentally destroy their own planet, aren't they?
Put the finishing touches on our new planet. Everything
No, but that guy accidentally walked right off the cliff.
Goodbye.
He'll be alright.
This guy's gonna blow up an entire planet? That's just mean.
I always love that type of shit. You also notice the Wilhelm scream when he
We
falls.
end up taking out Drek too? Hey, fine. What?
You do care.
Don't push it, pal.
Also, is he supposed to be wearing that
Yes.
helmet in all the cutscenes?
Yes. For this planet, yes. Because again, you can't breathe on... People who breathe oxygen can't breathe on Orson. This also is the only planet that oh no. Actually, this is one of 2 planets that actively have cutscenes with Ratchet wearing the O2 helmet.
Alright. The one detail I like is that his voice actually sounded like
He was wearing it.
he had one of those helmets on.
Yeah. Yeah, I really do like that too.
To be fair, that's a pretty simple effect to
Replicate, but
achieve.
But it's still basically a nice touch.
Yeah. No, it's always good when recording studios go the extra mile.
Worst gold ball of the entire game.
Like you remember how back in the Ape Escape playthrough I mentioned that I got one of those WRC or rally games.
Yeah.
From the old publisher, not the one from EA.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I bought the one from EA, and turns out that there was a lot of attention to detail that went into the particularly the code driver making the callouts. You know, the ones going like medium left or easy right, maybe.
Like from Sega's Rally Championship.
Yeah, turns out that they actually put the voice actor on a moving chair.
Oh wow.
To make it that much more authentic.
Oh wow.
Like I love details like that.
Yeah.
I also love that I got the game for only $25 because hey, turns out nobody wants that. Except for me, because it's made by Codemasters and those guys, they sure mastered their code. But real shit though, they're the ones behind the dirt rally games and the Formula 1 titles, so they do know a lot about simulation stuff.
Yeah.
And I have recently been getting a lot into simulation.
And yes, that is
Nice
just
cut.
as yes, that is just as annoying to it. Yeah. That is just as annoying as how it looks. I'm actually surprised I actually made through that without basically screwing up a shot. Also,
So what?
Go ahead.
So why does it look like you're traveling through Snake's insides?
I don't know why. I really don't know why. I also will state this. I don't like when basically game platformers basically are making me jump up a hilly incline to another platform.
Yeah.
Because you could very easily just fall into the pit, do whatever. And that's really obnoxious. Like I said, this is all for a gold bolt. The worst gold bolt in the entire game.
You sure about that?
No, this one I
mean,
could fully consider as the worst one.
I mean, trying to balance on that section few parts ago seemed pretty frustrating.
Trying to remember which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what was the name of the planet, but like the one with all the buildings and shit.
Blackwater City?
Possibly.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, that one's fine.
Yeah, it's fine unless you have joystick drift.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get
And like, oops! Suddenly I go to the left.
Luckily, it's not that. Luckily, it's not that. Not like you're falling to your death.
Yeah, and to be fair, as far as I'm aware, it's only PS4, PS5, and Switch Pro control and Switch Joy-Cons
And
that
PS3,
are
and PS3,
prone to.
and PS3.
PS3 can get drift.
Yeah, mine can. Mine's been doing that sometimes.
Right. I do recall with the controller I had with my PS3, the black one, I kind of ended up wrecking that one a bit when I was younger. Like I recall putting it down like a bit too harshly from time to time, and it got to a point where if I were to squeeze the left prong, it would think that I'm pressing a certain button. Like, I remember having countless of times in GTA 4 where when things got a little bit intense and I got a bit of a firmer grip, Nico would actually just jump out of the car.
Yeah, I've had that too.
Yeah, but luckily my second PS3 controller doesn't have that problem. But I do feel like I need to get myself a new controller for my PS3, and like one that actually is PS3 controller. Like I can use my PS4 controller, but you know I prefer to have one where I can.
Allow you to use it. Certain games don't allow you to use it, like PS4 game, PS2 classics.
What are you talking about? I could use my PS4 controller on Persona 3.
I guess it just depends on how you set it up then.
Possibly. I just hook it up on through the USB port.
Yeah, I do too.
So with me it works, but the biggest problem I have with it is that I cannot press the PS button, or I can press it, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just kind of wish I could get a new controller for my PS3. The problem is I don't want a DualShock, or I don't want a official DualShock 3, because that controller has a lot of issues.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 and 5 are way better.
Yeah. Like, I need to look into that, because I wouldn't be, on one hand, I wouldn't be surprised if there is, like, a whole market for alternative controllers for the PS3. I actually remember having one when I was about 12 years old or something, but then one fateful day we made the mistake of updating the PS3, and guess what?
It doesn't work anymore.
A lot of third-party controllers stopped working after that update.
Yeah. Which updates would stop working that type of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I get it. You know, I mean, yeah, if you're not making anything on controllers, you're not making any money out of it, but really, you're essentially turning my $20 purchase into a paperweight.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, assholes. You make me waste 20 bucks, so I consider wasting 60 bucks on a controller instead.
Yeah.
Like, how about, instead of cramming your controller full of unnecessary features, you
just make a controller.
you just give me a controller that works.
Yeah.
And if you bring out a game that actually requires and or benefits from the extra features, that's the part where you just say, yeah, tough shit, you're about the expensive one.
You know, that skill point I got, you need to snipe that one little loudmouth through the hole.
Lovely.
Honestly, one of the very easier skill points to get in this game. Like, yeah, like I've said, there's some very easy ones, some really silly ones, and some that are just really annoying. Blackwater City has and Gadgetron's main HQ planet have the worst ones, in my opinion. Oh, and Blarg Tactical Station.
Are we there yet?
We're almost there.
Alright.
And we're gonna...
There's not much I can say about it. It's like we've already been here. We're just roaming around, doing the.
And now it's time to stop off for a nice, refreshing soda.
Increase your maximum health.
Did the original game have product placement?
No.
This
This is purely nanotech. Now we have
Okay,
five
because
hits.
the way he was holding it, it kind of
It
kind
looked
of made
like,
it seem
oh, hey,
like they're saying.
what a nice, refreshing Pepsi insert soda name. I almost said Pepsi, but then I realized, no, I should go insert product not found. Yeah, no, it's pure nanotech. Which now we have 5 hits. If we want to get the full 8, we need 30k.
Okay, so you know what? I might as well just ask it. What is product placement in games that you're just sick of seeing?
I have no idea, to be honest. It's like I don't really play that many games with product placement. Like the only one I can think of at the top of my head, mainly, is the original version of Pikmin 2.
Right.
And
The original version, so the remaster doesn't have it?
GameCube and Wii.
Alright.
The Switch version.
Didn't they have like
the Switch version does not have the product placement.
Yeah, because didn't the game have like Duracell batteries or Sprite bottle caps?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember how the original version of Alan Wake had the flashlight powered by Energizer batteries.
Oh god.
But then, because the flashlight was so shitty, it kind of backfired. So they replaced it with like generic batteries. But that gave up the implication that regular batteries are just as good as Energizer. Good job, Remedy. Good job.
Oh, that is good. That's so good. That is so good.
Yeah. And besides, Energizer, this is a Duracell household. But okay, the one company that I'm sick of seeing product placement all over is Red Bull. Like, as somebody who plays a lot of like sports games and racing games, I've seen Red Bull come up like quite a bit, and it's.
But Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah. Okay. Tell you what. How about I down like five cans of Red Bull. I jump off the roof, and if I'm alive by the end of this commentary, I give you 5 Red Bulls. How does that sound? And okay, to be fair, it's not just Red Bull. I know that in Forza Horizon 5 there's a what's the what's the energy drink called?
Rockstar?
Rockstar.
I like how we
there's
both
straight up
just
a,
immediately went that one went that at the
there,
same time.
there's straight up a car, a truck you can get. I might consider sending you a picture of that, but there's just straight up a truck you can get, which is Rockstar themed. So like the energy drinks, I've seen enough of those.
Yeah, it's like that's also another thing. It's like, yeah, stop selling that stuff to kids, guys.
Well, okay, to be fair, it's not. I wouldn't say they're selling it to kids, but it's kind of a cheeky marketing strategy that they're all, sponsoring sport-related goods. Because if you take a look at the obesity scale, like a lot of people are essentially gaslit into thinking it's because they don't move enough, right?
Yeah.
So the not just energy drinks, but also companies like Coca-Cola in particular, they sponsor a lot of sporting events, and yeah, by doing that, they're saying like, hey, don't look at us. It's not our fault. You just need to move your fat ass. When in reality, it should be a combination of the two. You should be moving your fat ass, and you shouldn't be consuming our products. But yeah, that's not going to happen. Because if you do that, people are less likely to buy your product. And as SpongeBob always taught me, people order our products.
It's people order our patties, god damn it.